Hello, everyone, and warm welcome back to all the participants. So, participants, in today's session, we will explore the database on Azure Cloud because database is the place where data is actually stored when it comes to application that involves deployment into the Azure Cloud. They are allowed to write the databases into the Azure Cloud. And when it comes to the storage part, the databases is essential to allow the applications. So if you look at the Azure databases, and if we want to go and use databases like MySQL database, because we want to go and use a database to store our data. So participants, I will use MySQL because it's free. The software, MySQL database software is free. You don't need to buy any licenses. Other databases, you have to buy the licenses. So you'll not be able to do a practice. They're very, very costly. So let's go ahead and use databases, that is Azure databases for MySQL servers. So the idea is how to go ahead and provision MySQL servers into the Azure databases and start using MySQL servers to store the data. Okay, so with that, you will be able to understand an end-to-end development involving DevOps engineering as well as the storage of the data. So let's hit the create option. And participants, one more important point, database is quite expensive. So be very sure if you want to do a practice, then only practice. If not, I would recommend you just visit this recording and understand from this. Otherwise, database is quite expensive. Okay, now coming up to the deployment models, we will use only on a single server. Actually, single server, I think they are retiring it. Then will remain on flexible server, but this is costly even in database for MySQL also. Okay, let's create this as an option. I'll show you how costly it is also based upon the selections that you do. So let's get started by choosing the database name, resource group, enter a server name for the database. Cloud MySQL server. Okay, now this database name is available. Location US East, database selection 8.0, the latest version I will use. I would like to use it for just development and compute plus storage cost because it needs to be running. So we need to go ahead and configure the database. Bustable B1 MS size, 1 core, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 20 gigabytes of storage, 360 IOPS. So if you want extra configurations, you can click on configuration. See how many options are available. So I'll give you a little insight about it. So if you look at the compute, there are sizes between 1 core to 20 core, 2 to 64 cores, business critical. So if you just hover your mouse, see how costly it will be. 12,558 per month. And that is the compute. And you can increase the sizes to, let's say, 64 gigabytes of RAM. 49,000, 50,000 rupees a month. So you have to be very sure about what you create. Just don't let things to create. They'll cost the core size, storage cost, backups, bandwidth. So don't use all this. Just a bustable size with 1 core, and it should be okay to run on a 2 core, and it costs you 3,700 rupees a month. Even it is very costly, guys. Even if you are practicing, let's see whether it can support 1 GB of storage. Yeah, it cost you the minimal would cost you $612, 600 rupees INR a month. So let's keep these values. If you're not sure about it, you can go back. Okay. And let those values be taken. Pay as you go, resource group, my server name. US region and latest size 8.0. We will continue with B1MS. What is the costing? $1,000 a month, 1000 INR a month with 1 core and 2 GB of RAM, 20 GB of storage. Availability zone, you may just keep it as it is. If you go ahead and choose high availability, double the cost. So it will get high availability means a copy of this database is available in the next region. If you want to continue, the cost will get doubled. So in this case, don't check this. So I think it has once again raised its configuration for a small and a business tier, right? And credentials. Username and the password, I made an entry. Next, on the networking part. So do you want this database to be accessed over the public internet? It's up to you participants now. You want to access it over the internet or if you want to access it over a private VNet. So if you want to access it a private VNet, we need to have a network. Over this network, we will be able to access our machine and on a private database. At this moment, let's just for the purpose of practice, let's allow the entry, add the firewall rule, allow this entry from my IP address. This is my IP address. Just for the purpose of practice. And security, let those default security options be running through, do a review and create it. Let this creation be happening, participants. What I will do, I'll get my, what do you call it as queries, table creation, writing the data. We will write the data into it. So just give me 1 minute. So the deployment is still ongoing. So let's wait for this database to be up and running. It's taking time, so it's almost. Let's do a page refresh. Still creating.
Hi, Kumar. Good morning. Can I ask you one question?
Yes, please. I'm here.
Actually, when I'm trying to open the sudoku file for editing the new password, I'm getting empty page.
Which page you are referring to?
Sudoku file. Can I share my screen if possible?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Can you please confirm once? You can see.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, when I'm trying to navigate to the sudoku, I'm getting this empty page command.
I mean to say, can you run the command? First, the command.
Yeah. This
So it
is,
is Control C. Just Control C. Control X. Exit out of this.
yeah.
Okay. Take the root privileges. Sudo su. Privileges. Yeah. Then or do an exit CD. Just CD. Just CD. Come out of this folder. CD.
Okay.
Okay. Now take the root privileges.
Means,
Su sudo. I take the admin privileges from here.
okay.
Space su. Enter. So it is saying syntax error in your line, no parts. Type exit, exit, exit.
Okay. It's
Enter.
logging out.
One more time, make an entry to that machine.
Okay.
Enter. Now take admin privileges from here.
Again, I'm getting this.
Syntax error line. What is that? Senior line. Okay. Navigate to CD
Okay.
/etc. Okay. And nano sudoers. Nano sudoers. Enter. Now you're trying to make something. Control X, close it properly. Control X, you have closed it properly. Can you take CD su, sudo su? Can you just take sudo su from here? The admin privileges.
Kumar,
Mm-hmm.
that is the problem with the sudoers that I think she has added a no pass WDT, no password. So I have said text document, or by using that command lines, you can edit those things
Mhm.
in the chats. I think
1 second.
where there is a VM name, we need to change the VM name and enter that. Resource group name, resource and those two you need to run. First, you need to run the first one. Change the resource group name. There only you change the resource group name and resource group and VM name.
I didn't get it. 1 second.
And the first command after resource,
Yeah, resource group is
you need to change the resource group name. And VM name after that. No, not that one.
so.
Let's run this command. I need to log into it.
Enter. Okay, I'll tell you what is the issue. You have
No,
opened.
she has
Yeah,
to install the Azure CLI. After that only it will come. Otherwise it will not come.
Let me install this one.
That will not happen. Sudo is problem. I have faced the same problem. By using those commands only, I come out from that.
I got something in the browser, Kumar, but even though I have executed that code also, I'm not getting that.
okay. Best suggestion for you. First, try one time exit exit one time. Just try one time exit. Okay. Come out of this. When you're making an entry, just one more time make an entry into the machine. It's like a new connect. No, you're in your Windows machine. First, run the SSH command to connect.
Mm.
Okay. From here, try to take, if it is allowing you to take the root privileges from here itself, sudo su space su, enter. Okay. So syntax error near line number 7. So my guess is that sudo over when you are trying to do that, maybe by mistake while you are making an entry, it got what are the other channel? Did you create any user with that, any name? Do you remember by any chance, did you create any user in that sudo words?
No, Kumar, I didn't create any user. I just open this link, and when I'm trying to give the password name, we have to give Jenkins now. I mean username. So
Try one more time with vi space hcd / etc /
sudo.
words. Try this time. Permission is denied for you. Okay. Press Press S and write this W Q for quit. Press S,
Yes, sir.
ESC, ESC. That means you will come out of this.
Okay.
Escape, escape. Press
Escape.
escape.
Can I do Control X? I'm trying to
Control
escape.
X will not work here. Yeah, try it out.
Control X. No.
ESC on the top left hand side of your keyboard, there will be ESC, ESC.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to do, but it is not responding anything.
You have to be inside that black screen. Yeah, now press ESC. Press ESC.
I'm doing Kumar. I'm trying to do that. Control X.
Colon quit. Yeah. WQ quit. Colon WQ quit. Yeah. Ampersand. Percentile, that is factorial symbol. Same. What you have done is right.
Okay.
WQ quit. Factorial. Factorial. Exclamatory mark.
Yeah.
Enter. Enter. Or just quit. Exclamatory mark. Quit with exclamatory mark.
It's a triple.
ESC ESC plus quit.
Yes, it.
If you can follow for 1 minute, press I, press I, press I.
Okay.
Writing it on this. On your left hand side of your keyboard, there is a small key which says ESC ESC. Press
Yes.
ESC. Press
I'm trying to pressing that escape button, but it is not working. Come
Okay, type in colon, semicolon, colon, press,
on.
yeah, W or quit, Q as in quit, Q, no, not quit, Q,
Okay.
exclamatory, enter.
And yeah.
So just try with this option. The option that I want to try out of the box is stop your VM and start your VM back. Maybe by that time, all the service credentials that were associated with this machine will go ahead and change, and try to do a login as root user. Okay, try logging as a root user. Instead of saying SAMI user, try logging as root at the rate 20.190.227.227. Do a check. Will it allow you to do so? Stop your machine, start your machine back. When you're trying to log in, at the time of SAMI user, replace with root R00, ROOT root at the public IP address. You are trying that way. Let's see whether it allow you to do so.
Can
Okay.
you change the root name again? Once we are when we are creating the virtual machine itself, we have to give that.
Which name you want to consider?
I mean, how to navigate to the root here instead of SAM user.
Exit, EXIT exit.
Okay.
Done. While you are running the SSH command, rerun that SSH command one more time. Press your upward arrow. Yeah, that username replace with root.
Then it won't connect.
Try. There is no harm in trying because that is the admin.
Is it fun?
Yeah, try running to that machine. Yes.
Okay. This one. Users
It is
and
allowing. It is only allowing you to log in as SAMI user. So this is my guess. What exactly has happened is when you were opening this HCD sudo users, maybe by mistake you might have entered something that has changed the entry for this user, SAMI user. Can you go to console? Can you go to console? You go to console portal.azure.com. Can you come down here? Can you come down on this machine? Can you come down on this machine? On the left hand side bar, there is connect option, right? Scroll down. Can you check? Uh, Scroll downwards.
connection.
A little upwards. Slowly past.
Connect option is available at the top here.
See, if you follow me, I'll be able to help you out.
Okay.
Let's scroll a little downwards. Scroll a little downwards. Yeah. Try looking at a bastion as an option. Can you just try with bastion? There is a bastion option, right? Click that bastion. Now, what is this bastion? Yeah, close it. Bastion in the sense, it's like a server that you will provision that will allow you to go ahead and connect to this machine. So, but this will be costly because they'll charge you for this. So create Azure Bastion using defaults, but it will charge you. See, on the top, can you read it? Azure Bastion service enables you to securely and seamlessly RDP and SSH to your VMs in Azure network without exposing the public IP on VM directly from the portal without an additional agent. But this would cost you. So give it a try by creating an Azure Bastion using defaults, log into that machine and change the whatever the changes you have done mistakenly into the sudo words, revert them.
Okay.
Okay. In the meanwhile, I'll just go ahead and continue. Okay.
Yeah. And Kumar, can we create another VM and
Yeah. If you
run this
create
in
another VM, this discussion is not all required. You will be starting from scratch one more time.
Yeah,
You
again,
can
I
do
need
that.
to install all softwares.
Anyways, you have already provisioned the Bastion. Bastion should help you. If not, then the final choice that you have is to go ahead and uh, provision another instance. What Beam gave is also a very good command he has used, but for that you need to install Azure CLI on that machine.
Okay.
You should appreciate it. So participants, coming back to now to the setup, what we were primarily focused on is to go ahead and use a cloud server, which is a database in Azure Cloud. I want to go ahead and start connecting to that server. So participants, if you go ahead and look at this option, there's an option for me to connect. I would like to go ahead and connect to this Azure Cloud SQL Server. And on the right hand side also, you see all these settings. Connect databases that are available. So it is going to help me to connect to my database. For this, participants, you can use various other options. You can use even Azure Data Studio also. Azure Data Studio. Data Studio is like a client which is freely available on internet. Just type in Azure Data Studio, you will download it and even install it. You can use Azure Data Studio also. Create a connection to your Azure account. I think I've already you're not sure about it, you can even connect from your account. I will show you how to connect from your account also. Under my pay-as-you-go model, database SQL Server. Okay, it's not listing any other database, SQL database. Let's go ahead and add an account. I'll show you how to add an account. Yeah, this is how you'll add an account. Even if you want, I'll show you one more time. Close. So open your Azure account and sign into Azure portal. Add an account, give an authorization into your account. With that, your account will be associated with Azure MySQL database. From here, you can start connecting to your SQL Server. Right now, we are not using SQL Server because it's costly. We were trying to go ahead and use Azure Data Studio in your pay-as-you-go model. Database for Postgres. It's not supporting anything. So it supports Postgres only. It's only supporting Postgres SQL Server, but we are using MySQL at this moment. Okay, so participants, coming back to connectivity, I'm able to connect to this machine. It is asking my password, the password which I've provisioned during the entry. See that I'm able to make a connect to my database instance. Participants, you may ignore using, I thought should support MySQL, but it's only supporting Postgres. Apologize for it. You will not be able to use Data Studio, then continue in your cloud shell. So I will show you, I'll give you some steps where you can add some data sets. I'm creating student database. And I'm going to use the created database for it. It means the database will change to students. In that information about the students, I will share this document after this is done. And then show tables, it will show you the list of tables it has. One table, which is information table. And let's start adding values in it. One entry, another entry into the database, another entry into the database. Now let's go ahead and view the data from the table. Yes, now it's available. Okay, so participants, now you can see how we have been able to go ahead and use Azure databases for MySQL Server, which is now flexible server. A database is server got provision for you. This is a database server that got provision for you. So you can still see it's available under azure.com server name. Database as part of the service connected with MySQL, and this is the name of my cloud server. This is AD Cloud MySQL server. Over this server, I'm trying to connect with the username. This is AD Cloud. The configuration of that server, the software that is running with 8.0, it's available in zone 3 of US region. It's available. And we have been making a connect to that instance via this connect option. And if you see, there should be databases now. Yeah. Students database is created by me. See this database participants, this is created by me. Now you can clearly see it's user created database. I can create my database here. The students database is created by me. You can create your own database here. Once again, connection option. So if you want to go ahead and connect to from any other, like even you can use from your browser, you can connect involving MySQL. Command is available. You can use a workbench. Workbench is like a client for MySQL. People, especially database engineers, use MySQL workbench to connect to their database. So there are various options that he has mentioned. Go ahead and connect. Okay, so sample databases are available here. If you want to go ahead and practice that, you can practice it. You can even take backups for this database. This is something which is a DBA job, but it's good to have an idea about it. You can take a backup for this machine. On-demand backup. If you are into database administration, you can take a backups. On-demand means at the moment you want your backup, you are able to take a backup. So anyways, automated backups are already there. See, the automated backup is already there happening. You can even restore from this backup.
Kumar, here I go one question.
Yes, please.
Backup means it will take the entire server or only the database? But
so here, with the experience that I have, it's automated full backup.
that entire server.
Not the entire server, entire database.
Okay,
Entire
entire
database.
For example, now we create only the student database. For more than database, for a student company, for example, company database, it will take all the database, whatever it's available in MySQL server, right?
Correct. Till that point, whatever it is available, it will take.
Okay.
So I would suggest,
for example, I will create that automatic backup in particular database. It is possible.
I'm not sure about it because I'm not into the database administration background. But what I would suggest you is you can take a backup and maybe you can take a backup and see this option as a restore option and see whether you can retrieve the backup from that. You can give it a try with this option. So my suggestion is you can try a backup, which is a manual backup. Instead of using automated backup, try with a manual backup and see whether it is able to go ahead and restore at the table level, database level. But with my experience, it's purely the database, complete database level.
In the outside, you will connect that server name or it will create any public IP or something?
Right now, we have been connecting via a connection method, which is from the CLI we have done, like from the CLI we have done. Now, if you want to go ahead and connect inside a network, that means when you're provisioning, it was giving you an option, right? So Azure MySQL database, when you create here, it did give you an option where you want to create inside a public IP or on a public IP, or do you want to go and have a private IP? So at that time, we will go ahead and give a network. Inside a virtual network, we will create. Inside that virtual network, only the machine will be accessible. Or a private DNS, you will be able to access. This is something that I can show you. We can provision a VNet. Inside that VNet, only we will not allow it to happen on the public IP. This I have done. I'm aware. So there will be a virtual network. From that virtual network, there will be only a private connectivity that is going to be available. From that, we can access. Public IP, just for the demonstration purpose I've shown. That is like, this is my IP address. I'm allowing the request to happen only for my IP. Let me show you. If you go and look at the firewalls of this database server, then it's a confirmation. It's only me that I can connect. Where is the firewall? Firewall database. Give me 1 minute. I'm confirming networking under the networking. Yeah, you'll see it's only me. This is my IP address. It is only me that I can connect. If you want to change it, if you want to go and change it, you should go and tell from where you want to allow. Let's say if you people want to connect, you will give your IP address and add your IP address. Okay, did you get the logic?
Okay, I got it.
But it is very much in real-time projects. What they do, they keep it in private network, so they don't allow it on a public IP. That is the only difference. So participants, what I will do, I will share this document with you guys. Just have a if you want to do a try, just try it. This is my SQL commands. I will upload this into my cloud storage. You can try. And Sammy, now is it accessing? Is that you're able to access it after your restart?
Not that, Kumar. Actually, trying to give a password and username for the VM.
Can you try now? Can you just stop and start it and check it out?
Yeah.
Okay, in the meanwhile, participants, let me also show you how to destroy this instance. Otherwise, heavy billing will happen. Azure storage, database. So select this database server. On the top right hand side, you will get to see the password. Sorry, what is this password? Cancel it. Delete it. Resources to be deleted. Yes, I have. I'm about to delete.